convoy. I'm still here in Walcott, Iowa. I don't know if I mentioned I did come over to the TA from the pilot because that's where I had my reefer worked on. It was just really, really cold. Something gelled up inside of there, and it wasn't working right. I mean, I had the stuff in the tank. I mean, I had I had house anti-gel, and then after it wouldn't start, I put some diesel 911 in there. Still didn't want to start, so actually they pulled my truck and trailer into the shop, sat it there with one of them like cylinder propane heater things on the right by the fuel tank. I don't know if it was really safe to do, but they did it, and now the reefer's working. So hopefully it stays that way. Hopefully it doesn't shut off again. Hopefully I put even more anti-gel in there after I pulled it out of the shop. So hopefully I'm not gonna have any more problems. Kind of sucks having two problems like this on a brand spanking new reefer. Alright, so we're just leaving the world's largest truck stop, Iowa 80. And looks like we got a little bit of snow. Doesn't look like too big of a deal, but never know what it's gonna turn into. Actually, I had a kind of a rough night last night. The reefer breaking down. Wanted to go get a shower, but after I found out the reefer wasn't working, I had to take it in for service. I couldn't get my shower because I came over to the TA, and I don't have any showers at the TA. Plus, I had to kind of stay awake and stuff and hang around because when I checked in, they told me it could have been anywhere like 4 or 5 hours before they even got me in to look at me. So I didn't want to be like just getting in the shower and they're calling me saying we're ready because they were busy. And I didn't want to lose my spot. So I had to kind of stay awake, which I did not really stay awake too well. I actually did go to sleep, and then I got woke up because they're like, go over here by the shop or whatever, and I'm like, okay. And I went back to sleep, and they woke me up again. They said, okay, go and go behind one of the doors, door number 5 in the travel center, in the repair shop. So I did, and then went back to sleep, and then they woke me up again. They said, okay, pull your truck in the shop this time. And I said, okay. And I was fixing to get out and stuff, and the mechanic was pretty cool. And he goes, oh, you can stay inside your truck. We just got to let the fuel and everything heat up. That's when he put that big heater thing under the fuel tank. And he was trying to start it up every, I don't know, about 10 minutes or so. He'd come over and flip the switch on, and it wouldn't start. After he did that twice, I says, okay, I'm going to get a little bit more sleep. And then, when I laid back down, I was kind of drifting off a little bit, and then I heard the reefer start up. So, and I'm like, okay, well, now I have to get up. Actually get rolling now, so that's what I did. And then I got ready, went and got me a Red Bull. Need one of them today to help me out a little bit. I don't really drink too many energy drinks, but once in a while, yeah, they're fine. But need one of those today because I'm gonna be pretty tired, I know that. Man, I'm really wishing it was like 2 a.m. and instead of almost 9 a.m. Because already, this early, people are getting on my nerves. There's a little while back, me about, I don't know, 100 feet, you know, until I'm about the 100 feet from his trailer. So I gotta jam up in this snow and stuff. I mean, it's like the guy didn't even look at his mirror. And so that kind of frustrated him. He was doing about, I don't know, 50. JB Hunt was doing, I don't know, 48. I mean, I understand he was going a little faster than them, but why would you get in the fast lane at like 30 miles an hour under the speed limit or something, whatever it was? I mean, that's fine when there's no one on the road, but when you look in that mirror and you see somebody coming up on you, I mean, it's daytime, I got my lights on and stuff. I mean, I know he saw me if he looked in his mirror even. And he said, screw it anyway, I'm getting it over. I'm doing 2 miles an hour faster than the truck ahead of me. I have to hit that hammer lane. So that kind of made me agitated. And a little ways after that, everything was going smooth. We were rolling down the road. And again, a little ways ahead of me, there was this Estes truck pulling doubles. He was hauling pretty good, you know, so we were both doing about 65. And I don't know, he was a quarter mile ahead of me or so. And then 3 cars getting onto the interstate here, I-80, going west. One of them goes in front of Estes, and the other 2 get behind him. And they nearly caused a small pileup. Like one guy, the guy that eventually got ahead of Estes, he refused to. He came all the way off the off-ramp, same speed as Estes, and then he rode the shoulder to get ahead of Estes. Instead of on the ramp looking out of his window and realizing, hey, there's already traffic on the interstate, which, by the way, I have to reiterate again, whoever's getting onto the interstate, it is your fucking job to merge to traffic already on the interstate. Somebody left a comment arguing with me the other day on that. Legally, by law, if somebody's merging onto the interstate and gets sucked up underneath my trailer and I kill them and they're turning into a big pile of meat mush, it's not my fault. Legally, I will not get a ticket because it's called merging onto the interstate. Merging onto the interstate. Let that serenade you for a minute. Let it soak in good. It's called merging onto the interstate. That means it's your job to make sure it is safe for you to get on the interstate. You have to yield to faster traffic or even slower traffic or any traffic period on the interstate. It is your job when getting on the interstate to make sure it is safe for you to do so. I just gotta say that. I say it one more time. It is your job when getting on an interstate to make sure it is safe to do so. So yeah, I just kind of that right there, like, you know how everyone's got their pet peeves. I saw Trucker Josh's video a couple of times where he was getting mad at people doing the same speed limit as him and then speeding up a little bit. Yeah, that's agitating. But my biggest pet peeve is when people are coasting down the on-ramp to the interstate and they get right next to me and they're like on a cell phone or eating a cheeseburger, putting on their makeup, you know, and I can't get over. There's a lot of times I just can't get over. You know, I can't speed up, you know, and then by the time, you know, somebody's off ramps, I can't even really slow down, nor do I want to slow down. Because if I'm doing 65 and I slow down to 50 or 55 for you, it takes me a long time to get back up to speed again when I'm really heavy. Look at this person here. Oh my goodness. That Ford, that little car, does not need to be in the hammer lane. Conway here. What is it, your first day? Come on. He's literally doing like 48 miles an hour too. I mean, I go with drive your truck the way you want to drive your truck, but I don't know. You also have to be aware of the surroundings. He's not doing nothing illegal. I think the minimum is 40. He's definitely doing under 50. But yeah, you just have to pay attention to your surroundings. Check it out. I'm back at the shop. I'm at a Carrier. Third time now. Third time that this reefer has shut off and refused to restart. It's, I was talking to the maintenance guy earlier, and I think we got it kind of pinpointed down to what it could be. Apparently there's a couple of fuel lines that go into the motor, obviously, and sometimes out of the factory those lines aren't tightened down properly, because when the reefer unit's running and like on continuous run, it runs great, it doesn't shut off. Only when that's on cycle mode, it'll run and then shut off, and then it will never kick back on again. It's because those lines, when the reefer unit shuts off, it sucks air into those lines, which means then the unit has to be primed up again every time. So we're thinking that's the problem, because I don't think gelling's a problem anymore, because it's cold out here, but it's like 25 degrees. Fuel should not be gelling at 25 degrees. So we're thinking that we're hoping this is the last thing it could be here. I mean, it's brand new. I mean, when it runs really good. So we are gonna hope to have this fixed here pretty soon, and not destroy any product. I don't think the product could get damaged in this weather anyway, because it's supposed to be set to -10, so it's about 25 out here. It's still below freezing, although technically not to their specification, and it's not too bad right now. It's at 12 degrees, if you guys can see that. But yeah, hopefully everything gets fixed up here. All right, guys, so I made it to Walmart on time and everything. I'm backed into a dock door now, and I'm just waiting to get unloaded. So I think in the time I'm getting unloaded, I'm gonna hop in the bunk and take a little nap, wait for them to call me over the radio, get my paperwork, and head over to the truck stop to finish my break. I got another load picking up somewhere in Nebraska. Again, I don't know, I didn't get all the info yet, but it's picking up in Nebraska, going up by Minneapolis. So should be a fun time going north in this super cold crap. Wish they would send me south back to Tennessee, Nashville. That would be fun. But being that I need my sleep, I'm going to end the vlog here. I appreciate you guys watching. If you're not subscribed to me already, please hit that subscribe button. It really helps me out, and it alerts you every time I make a new video. So it's a win-win for all. Also, if you enjoyed today's vlog, please hit the like button. I would really appreciate that. So I hope you guys have an awesome day, and as always, run hard and get paid.